Yeah, it's. I mean, we're going to be looking at that today. All the build-up, of course. Fantastic matches today. Italy v Belgium. Some saying, that's one of the great. It's such a shame they're meeting in the quarterfinals.
Delicious.
Yeah, all the build-up coming up on 5 Live Breakfast, and all the fallout from Batley and Spen as well. Of course, it's a Labour victory by 300 votes. Lots of you getting in touch about that. This text says Labour won despite an experienced, nasty spoiler candidate. It is a seriously good result for Labour. That texter, I guess, referring to George Galloway. And Paul in Bournemouth says this: out of the 35,000 votes cast in Batley and Spen, the Conservative lost easily 1% of that vote due to Matt Hancock. This is the view of Paul in Bournemouth. Yeah,
more to come. Just back to the football. It is going to be one of those nights, isn't it? It's going to be like 25 million people watching it and listening to it. Of course, brilliant commentary on 5 Live. And it'll be one of those nights, if one were to step out into the metropolis, it would not be a teeming metropolis. It would be empty, like some dystopian fantasy of empty, where the streets have no people. I did that once when I was covering the World Cup in South Korea, when South Korea were playing Italy. And I just stepped out to have a look at Seoul, and it was Seoul with no soul. It was extraordinary. Now there is a teeming metropolis.
And
no one on the streets.
Yeah, and there will be those photos in the papers, won't there, on Sunday morning? This is what Manchester or London or whatever looked like. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. We'll have all the build-up on 5 Live Breakfast this morning. Sarah Keith-Lucas is here now with the weather. Morning, Sarah.
Good morning to you both. Well, we've got some dry and some bright weather on the cards today, but things turning increasingly unsettled later today and on into the weekend as well. So a largely dry start. We've got a bit of mist and murk around this morning, especially in the south and for parts of Dumfries and Galloway, for instance, as well. But skies brightening for most of us. Scattered heavy showers